SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we have updates about the lead copper cable gate, I guess. This whole thing has been a wild ride. When the news dropped from the media coverage from the Wall Street Journal, the stocks like AT&T and Verizon plummeted for like 2 trading sessions. I think AT&T dropped like 12% in 2 days or something. And Verizon dropped like 14% in 2 days. Some outrageous number on the fear of like cost and lawsuits and all this other stuff from the lead that's in the sheathing of the old copper cables installed many, many decades ago. And this whole like remediation and, the removal and all of that. And now we have disclosures from the company, and it's just not that bad. So I have no idea what that Wall Street Journal angle was. I have my own hypotheses of what I think happened, and I've got my own little conspiracy theories about it. But let's go through this article first. Let's get all the details from this report, and we'll hear what AT&T has to say. All right, link for the article in the description for you to follow along. Also in the description is the Real SMT Buy Me Coffee link. Support your creators. Buy us a coffee. That link is there. There's other ways to support us as well. They're all there in the description. And if you're looking for ways to save money, check out our partner, Mint Mobile. Use our partner link, mintmobile.com/Sneed. Use that link, unlock savings, get their great deals on wireless service, legendary customer care, and you'll be supporting the channel in the process. All right, so AT&T says that the lead-sheathed copper cables that were installed 70, 80, 90, 100 years ago make up less than 10% of its footprint. Okay, so that being the case, it estimates to roughly 200,000 miles of its 2 million miles of copper cabling. All right, so that is a lot. That's a lot of miles. But as a percentage, it's a very small minority of what they run. Also, kind of important is that 10% of their cabling that is lead sheathed, it's active, which means customers are using it, many of which are government, agency, and enterprise users. So they're customers that can't have downtime. This is going to be an absolute nightmare trying to get this removed and then having like new cables and fiber installed. This is going to be bad. Anyways, AT&T also disclosed that 2/3 of the cables that are impacted are either buried or in conduit, followed by aerial cable with a small portion running underwater. 2,000 old telco cables are coated with degraded lead, according to the Wall Street Journal, and they were saying that there was going to be all this contamination in water and soil from the overhead lines. A lot of the wireline ISPs have a very different story to tell compared to what the Wall Street Journal presented. The Wall Street Journal, after kind of looking back at this, seems to kind of have made kind of like a fear-mongering attempt. Right, the Wall Street Journal indicated that they personally tested for contamination and found contamination. I think one of the cited areas was Lake Tahoe, where AT&T says there are no indications of contamination. So you've got AT&T and their testing saying there is no contamination. The Wall Street Journal indicates that there is. So somebody's lying. Additionally, in the spirit of transparency, this is a disclosure here. With regards to the EPA and all of those things, the lawyer from AT&T says that, these are all false claims. They're working with officials, the EPA. They feel confident in what they're doing. The estimated cost of remediation and removal of all the old cable from AT&T is supposed to be somewhere around $4.6 billion. That is a far cry from what was first being reported of $60 billion for all the operators. I just don't see it being that much. So you got 200,000 miles of lead sheath cables, 126,000 of those are in conduit, 50,000 aerial, 14,000 buried, and 10,000 underwater, costing about $5 per foot to remove the contaminated copper that's still out there. I don't know. I said this, during the live stream yesterday. I think a lot of this was absolute market manipulation. AT&T and Verizon's stock prices plummeted on fear of this whole thing costing tens of billions of dollars for each operator. And I don't know if you've looked at the stock market in the last day. Not only yesterday in the trading session did they each bounce back by a few percent, they were up another 7 or 8% today. in my estimation, and this is, I don't have any proof of this, but the fear mongering was a strategy to get the stock prices to completely plummet and dip, without any grounds or reason for otherwise very strong companies that produce tons of cash flow to just arbitrarily drop. I think these media people are a big part of this, causing the stock to drop, and then I think they bought. And I think they're reaping the profits of the gains in the last 2 trading sessions. I'm speculating, but hell, I mean, what's a better explanation for this? I mean, these things have definitely happened. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but it goes to show you, I said it in the podcast the other day, and I said in another video, smart investors, when they look at stocks dipping for no reason, those are buying opportunities. Buy on fear, sell on the good news. That's what they say, right? Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett and those guys. And I don't give financial advice. That's not my specialty. I'm an educator, and I run a YouTube channel about telco. But hey, their principles seem to hold up pretty nicely. They're very successful. All right, what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts and opinions on this and how this all played out. Love to hear what you have to say about this. Hashtag AT&T, hashtag Verizon, hashtag LED. If you guys want to do that, all the real ones. And excited to see what you guys have to say. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.